Okay, so in this video, actually, I'm going to tell you about how I acquired 95 points for my 189 visa and 100 points for my 190 visa. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so these are the things listed under the criteria that I accomplished in order to get those points. So let's talk about the first criteria, that's the age. So by the time I lost my PR and actually filed my expression of interest, I was in the age bracket of 25 to 32, so I got 30 points for that for each of 189 and 190. For the English language test, you can either give PT or IELTS, and if you get the superior level for English language, then you can get 20 points for that. For the education one, actually I have completed my bachelor's there back in India, so that was in actually computer science, and then I completed my master's here in Australia. So I did my master's here in Australia, just that, and I completed that in information technology, so I got 20 points for that. In experience in Australia, so I had a 1 year of experience here in Australia. That's how I got 5 points for 189 and 190. Uh, and then I cleared the NATI CCL, so I took that one in Hindi language and I got 5 points for that one. And if you're single, then you get 10 points for that, even if you have partners. So there's some kind of criteria attached to that, and that's how you can acquire those points. But even if you're single, you can get 10 points. The state nomination actually gives you 5 points, so that's applicable just on the 190 visa. It's not applicable on 189. Professional year, so you have to do that while you're here in Australia, usually on your temporary residence visa, and you get 5 points for that after you complete it. Okay, so now let's talk in terms of time and cost. So the first one is the Australian study. Actually, I did my master's here and the duration was of 2 years. So it's going to cost you around like $40,000 to $90,000. It might be slightly less than the minimum value or maybe more than $90,000, depending on your university or college. The next one is the English test. So I chose PTE and the cost involved was $340. So just bear in mind that it's going to take you around 20 days to 1 month approximately to get an appointment for the test. And next one is the CCL NATI. So the cost for that one is $800, and it's going to take you around like 1.5 to 4 months usually. So that's the waiting time after which you can actually book your appointment. Okay, the next one is ACS skill assessment. The processing time for that one is 1 to 2 months. If there's some kind of lockdown or there kind of public holidays in between, then it might take you more. Usually it is for 1 month. The cost involved is $500. Reference letter from the employer, it usually takes from 1 week to 2 months. If you are working in some kind of small organization or a startup, it might take you a bit less time. But if you're working in a bigger organization, medium to bigger organization, it might take approximately 1 to 2 months to get that letter. So the cost, yeah, there's no cost involved actually in that one. The professional year course, it's usually going to take 1 year of time, and basically on the TR, that's temporary residence visa that you get after your student visa. So the cost would be like around $8,000 to $12,000 for that. If you approach that professional institution via some kind of migration agent might help you to get some kind of discount, and yeah, so that way it can go to $8,000 for that one. Okay, coming to the suggestion part, I would suggest you to check all the current conditions and eligibility, this occupation in the occupation list before you plan to migrate here in Australia. Also, I would like to, iterate the fact that it's easy for doctors and nurses to get PR here comparatively. For people who are in information technology sector, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you, and the specialization that you choose, maybe in your masters, that's going to matter. Say for example, it might be easy for people who are in the networking as compared to those who are either in the data analytics, etc. For the people who are actually planning to study accounting here in Australia, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. And there are less job opportunities nowadays for the people who have studied accounting. So just check the current scenario. That's true for the scenario as of now. Thank you for watching this video.